Hello friends and welcome to my channel. We are talking about leadership, the common myths of leadership. People are no more looking for just work. They are looking to make a difference and feel as if they matter in the larger scheme of things. This need is creating at every level in organizations, leaders, with leadership roles flowing from person to person. Workforces are becoming more spread out, bringing a need for collaboration and delegation of decision making authority that traditional leadership models cannot handle. As a result, many of time-honored leadership concepts have failed as the people holding onto them have proven wrong in their methods time and again. So now let us understand a few of the concepts which are the common myths about leadership. And you can easily connect all these myths with the examples, the failed examples of from the corporate world, politics, Bollywood, or sports. Just think about the myth and you will for sure connect with at least one such failed example of leadership. So let us start with the first. Leaders are designated from birth or by title. Friends, born leader does not exist. We all have the potential of becoming capable leaders by taking full responsibility for our actions with those we lead. We might contribute to any endeavor, whether our contribution comes from the front of the effort or from behind it. A title does not make someone a leader. There are plenty of examples of people with fancy titles who are not able to connect, empower, or develop others. A leader works hard for the expertise and abilities they have while cultivating respectful relationships with those around them. As a result, they are able to inspire others and work together to achieve goals. So friends, leaders are designated from birth or by title is a total myth. You can very easily connect this with an example of corporate world. We all know that there was a very big corporate house and the sons divided the corporate house into half. Both were at the same level. But now, that was before few years, but now what has happened? One brother is at the top and the other brother has really gone down. Why? Because they thought, the failed person thought that it is just by the birth or the title I have. I am the chairman of the company, so whatever I do, it is correct. So that is a myth. So let us come to the second common myth of leadership. Leaders are only at the top. The myth that leadership prowess belongs only to one or two people at the top of a pyramid of power and the control is gone. In reality, leadership is at multi-dimensional and at multi-level. I feel everyone is leader at every given point. So the leadership is not only at the top. We are all leaders in one way or the other. When we hold a wider view of leadership, we can work together in a way that utilizes the unique talents of everyone involved, and that will really do better leadership than the leaders that they assume that they are at the top only. No friends, leadership is at every level, in every dimension of the organization. Let us go to the third myth. Friends, many of times the team or the group always feel that leaders have all the answers or the solutions. No, friends, leaders do not have all the answers or the solutions to the problems. In the past, we tended to characterize leaders as heroic, bright problem solvers who provide solutions to difficult problems in an instant. It is the antithesis of collaboration and inclusion, producing solutions that are often shallow or one dimensional. The solutions are ineffective because they have not undergone a rigorous, committed examination and debate. Friends, to find out a solution, a leader should have curiosity, creative thinking, and inclusion of all are the part of the effective leadership. So a very well known, I will give you an example of very well known automobile company in India. Their managing director was always connected with the employees and getting solutions from the employees. In his comment about empowering the employees by helping them find their own solutions, he echoes a sentiment common among Indian leaders. Throw issues to them, let them examine, come back with the solutions. He says, I have done it again and again. And according to his analysis, 85% of their solutions would be what you must have thought, the leader must have thought in the mind. Let them go back with the impression that 100% of the solutions are theirs. The implementation of the solutions would be quick and smooth, and they will feel good and proud about it, but it also serves the purpose of the leader. So, feeling that leaders have all the solutions of the problems is a very common myth. Coming to the next common myth of leadership, that is, leadership is a static. We tend to believe that once leadership has been assigned by the role or the title, things stay that way until the designated leader resigns, is fired, or probably dead. In reality, leadership is more effective, dynamic, and alive when it changes rapidly through the system. In this way, everyone is a leader, sometimes leading from front and pointing the way, or leading from behind and supporting the initiative. Sometimes leaders can lead through a partnership or by using instinct and intuition to sense what is being spoken. So, leadership is never static. Coming to the next myth of leadership, great leaders work alone. Friends, this is not true nowadays. In the earlier times, yes, probably it could be true, but now that theory doesn't work. The lone wolf theory of leadership, keeping oneself isolated, separated from the pack, is ineffective. If it wasn't, you would be able to retain the alpha position, hide your weaknesses and personality from others while clinging to your pompous authority and mystique of fake knowledge. Everyone has weakness, and good leaders know this. They will surround themselves with those who will make up their weaknesses. Friends, that is one of the very good qualities of good leader. Lone wolf leadership might have been useful notion when the strongest did survive while hunting for food and running away from predators. But humans have far outgrown this basic biological functioning. Effective leaders of today are skillful at evoking leadership in others. In today's inclusive work environment, coaching is considered a core competency of great leadership. Friends, that is why the great leaders never work alone. They are always in a team, always surrounded by excellent leaders. And that is the success of an effective leader. The next common myth about leadership is about results and not people. As the pace of life continues to quicken, businesses and employees have become increasingly action oriented and results driven. It seems more advantageous to give out with all the soft stuff and drive hard for the outcomes. Yes, that results aren't a focus, but not without the inclusion of the team. Unfortunately, when we are disconnected from ourselves and others, this never-ending doing leads to action that are not grounded and leaves people feeling disconnected from work and results they are achieving. Leadership that is nourishing and balances being and doing. And being and doing, what is it called? That is a co-active leadership. Co is being, active is doing. So working together harmoniously. Everything in our natural world teaches us that these two energies of co and active weave together in every moment. Co and active work together to generate connections, balance, and the wholeness. Leading is about people, helping them to achieve results. The more that people are focused and trusted and empowered by their leaders, the more they will accomplish results. So friends, leadership is all about the people. Connect with the people. You will find the solutions after that. That is the effect. That is the quality of effective leader. The next common myth about leadership is failure is not an option. Friends, we all know, we have heard so many stories of leaders failing somewhere or the others. The very common example could be the inventors. See, we have heard so many inventions in the past, and we know every inventor had that story of failing many times and then getting the solution. So for leaders, failure is never an option, is a myth. This line of thought is not conducive to growth and change. Failure is an essential part of exploration, new discovery, and encouraging innovation. If we cannot afford to fail, then we must stay with proven approaches from the past. Our actions lack curiosity and exploration because we are so afraid of failure that we aren't willing to try something new. It is only through failures that we can learn, evolve, and grow. It is important for leaders to embrace and celebrate failure as an important aspect of development, learning, and discovery. So, friends, these are the myths that are surrounding the idea of leadership. Considering this simple definition of leadership, leaders are those who are responsible for their world. When we have the capacity to respond creatively rather than in a patented and a reactive way, we understand that we are the authors of our own life. Leadership is a continuous process wherein an individual influences through the personal power the other people to attain shared objectives for a sustainable growth. Friends, these are the very common myths that we have discussed about leadership, and do connect with me through my channel and do share these videos with your friends. If you are connecting with my ideas, do like this video and share with your friends. Thank you so much for continued listening. Thank you.